Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Pushing you on the scene!
Prepare yourself.
Round one. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 2 with the life lead. No good up high. Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Blocks the jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. Gets the jump in. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Feeling out the spacing. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Anything could KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Quick breather. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Jumps in. Throw leaves them wide open. Picks up the counter. Goes out of sight. Still scrapping for control of the space. Teleports. That's perfect execution with the anti-air. A real test of nerves here. Tricky hidden variable. Oh, could be the start of something. Manages to block the jump-in attack. What'll be the plan here? Back into the corner. What a read with that anti-air. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Here's to a fair fight.
Prepare yourself.
Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Rotate!
Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Checks with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure build capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Brushes that off and keeps going. Inferno to turn up the heat. Wow, that's some big-time damage there. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Fires off the turnover. Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Teleports in there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Whiffing the drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Got their eye on the air. Just out of range for that throw. Takes a trip. Snipes them out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Had the radar up and running. Big throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Inferno to turn up the heat. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. A super art? The super doesn't hit. Going in? Gotta be careful not to drop some hard. Yoga Teleplay? Oh. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What's the play here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. They got their eye on the air. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They decide to hang back and rethink their perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Knockdown. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. The throw leaves them wide open. A quick breather. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Knockdown and pumps the brakes on the impact. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't crown them from above. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Gotcha! Tons of space between the fighters now. Will this super art do anything? That's not gonna hit. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move, just what they were after. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.